Hello and welcome to UC Today. I'm Kristian McCann and today is the big UC update for Shure, where they'll tell us a little bit about their crusade to stop companies from doing nothing. And to walk me through it is Peter James, VP of Global Business Development. Peter, thanks for joining us.
Morning, Kristian. Very happy to be here. Good to meet you.
So let's learn a bit about yourself. What inspired your passion for collaboration and UC technology, and how has your journey shaped your perspective on where the industry is going?
Well, I've a great question, actually. I've been in the audio industry for a long time, and I think I have a passion for audio in general. All things audio music's been a thing for me. But I think with collaboration and conferencing, it really got ignited when I saw the transformative power of seamless communication, much like what we have now in this video call, the ability to connect with people anywhere in the world, and how we just accept that as a norm. With the technical challenge that was so present for many years, it's pretty much evaporated. But I think understanding more how we've been able to dissolve geographical barriers, foster genuine human connectivity, and that's kind of inspired me to delve deeper into this. And I think one thing it caught my attention a few years ago now is when we first launched a microphone ceiling array, and it suddenly allowed people just to be in a space and communicate freely without thinking about the technology. And that ability to do that, and not just hear one-to-one, but actually to do that in a room and actually not have a concern for the quality, and see how it changed meeting behaviors and drove a consistent level of interaction was a huge change. And I think that's what has been exciting for me. And looking ahead, I see more of that, more integrated, more intelligent systems that not only enhance the user experience, but adapt to different environments and adapt to different user needs. So that kind of AI-driven technology and what's coming through now, smart conferencing, points to a really kind of exciting future where communications are not just efficient, but they're somehow inherently insightful and valuable in their own right.
Well, you really highlighted how nice it is that we could just join here and talk to each other very seamlessly. What are the measurable impacts if we couldn't have done this and there was poor collaboration tools? How does that affect a company's operational costs?
Yeah, I mean, poor collaboration tools is a huge impact on operational costs. It's productivity loss, delays, errors, inefficient systems, create barriers for participants to clearly hear, engage, or collaborate effectively. I think we've all experienced those situations of being in meetings where we didn't feel too connected, didn't hear things clearly, and that's really just a waste of time. Employees get unsatisfied, don't understand what's going on, and there's a ripple effect of inefficiencies that comes from that, which costs businesses, frankly, millions every year. At Shure, we're focusing on creating a seamless collaboration experience, professional-grade audio solutions that eliminate those barriers. Our technologies are helping to reduce errors associated with poor transcription, and we see that now with AI coming in on different platforms, how meeting content is captured and processed, and that helps to improve task alignment, and it supports AI-powered precision and drive actionable outcomes. But quality is central to that. We're focusing on making access to those collaboration tools more seamless and more automatic, and that the outputs of that and the business outcomes are far more predictable and consistent.
Excellent. I know Shure is focusing on, and you earlier mentioned how the cost of doing nothing. Companies may think, well, if I don't buy anything, I don't waste any money, but there is also a cost for just sitting on your hands, really. And I was wondering, how does Shure approach and help companies enable seamless communications to reduce this cost of doing nothing?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually, and I like the fact that you called just sitting on one's hands and just leaving things as they are. I think the reality today, in some meeting spaces that have not invested in leading edge tools, is that sitting on your hands is not even a possibility. They need to, make sure it works and set things up and get things working properly. It sometimes requires, direct intervention by different people. And what we're trying to do is prioritize, from a Shure perspective, is the clarity of communication, reliability and consistency, but primarily ease of use. Those are the common business challenges, is just making technology like this really accessible, seamless to use, to let people get on with their jobs and communicate and collaborate effectively. We've been developing software-driven solutions such as our IntelliMix Room, which provides advanced processing, automated processing, but it's designed specifically to enhance video conferencing and hybrid meeting environments. And it's a big difference. What we're trying to do is reduce operational friction, eliminate some of those hidden costs that are associated with poor meeting experiences. Miscommunication, disengagement, time wasted, troubleshooting, unreliable setups. They're all things we've witnessed, hopefully not too frequently if you've made the right investments, but we know that they're there and they continue to plague different meeting spaces. What we're hoping is that by where we deploy Telemix software, businesses can ensure consistent high quality audio experiences in all their meetings and drive confidence and effective communication. One thing I do want to mention here really about enabling seamless comms and technology is that meeting quality consistency is key. It's all meetings. For a long time, investment has been in the premium spaces and the large meeting rooms, but there's probably more interactions and more collaboration now outside of those big premium spaces. And what's really important is that no matter how people choose to meet and collaborate, that experience is consistent. And that's what we're having with scalability of products to make sure that people can access the right tools in the right format to meet their needs.
So, with AV, I understand there's a bit of a shift going on where people are starting to realize that it's an integral part of collaboration. So how can companies reframe it so instead of viewing it as a soft skill, they can leverage it as a business critical differentiator?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I never, until recently, when it's become much more of a talking point, thought of collaboration as a soft skill. But of course, that's exactly how people see it, isn't it? It's those that can communicate really effectively and collaborate well is just a soft skill, and it's hard to measure. But actually, if you focus on collaboration as an enabler of innovation and something that drives positive business outcomes rather than a soft skill, and you focus on that, it drives you to invest in the right tools and technologies to empower people to engage meaningfully, no matter where they're located. And I think it's that recognition that of connecting people wherever they are. There is a tremendous, competition for talent these days, and actually making sure the talent that you employ and the talent that you engage with can be engaged with meaningfully and seamlessly and quickly is important. I think what we're what we're fostering with our products is creating real-time collaboration opportunities by delivering that high-quality audio and video in even the most complex spaces, but also in every other space as well. I mean, ensuring that every participant is clearly heard, their input is valued, and critical decisions are made without ambiguity. We're enabling precise audio capture and AI-powered features that should enhance that clarity, improve those business outcomes, like driving faster innovation cycles, and that actually provides a competitive edge in decision making. The faster you can reach agreement, the faster you can reach an informed decision, the more of an advantage that is. And so it's not just a soft skill to collaborate well, it's actually a business critical need that people communicate clearly, effectively, without ambiguity to move projects and innovation forward faster.
That's great. I was wondering maybe if we could dig into some of the examples of how Shure enhances this collaboration to drive these strategic outcomes.
Yeah, I think, we do play that critical role in enhancing collaboration ecosystems really by embedding that professional grade communication technology into a hybrid or enterprise environment. We've seen Fortune 500 companies around the world relying on what we do and our ecosystem products, such as Telemix processing software, in order to create a consistent, scalable meeting room experience. One instance we have is a large multinational company worldwide. They implemented our ecosystem into hundreds of their meeting spaces around the world, and that has helped to resolve decades of inconsistent audio performance issues. And these are things that we're familiar with, the time to set up, lost communication, parts of the conversation not being heard clearly, and not contributing equally either because of that. By standardizing on our reliable technology, they have significantly reduced meeting times by eliminating communication errors, boosted employee satisfaction, and ultimately driven measurable operational efficiencies and stronger strategic alignment across their teams. I think what's important here is the big win for organizations like that is consistency. Every participant, every location heard equally dissolves geographic boundaries and ensures maximum value and return on investment. And I think, for global organizations, they're not operating anymore as one local regional hub talking to another hub. There is interplays between people across the world, and it's more important now than ever that quality of audio capture and collaboration is consistent, so that people do get the best out of every meeting they have and drive the most positive business outcomes.
Speaking of collaboration, how does Shure collaborate with companies like Microsoft to support their vision of an AI-powered future, and how does that enhance user experiences, that collaboration?
Yeah, we're collaborating closely with Microsoft really to try and power seamless communication experiences that aligned with their vision for an AI-driven ecosystem. By integrating our technologies with tools like Teams, we are enabling intelligent solutions such as automatic speech leveling, noise cancellation, and even like AI-powered meeting management. And that creates a far more effective and inclusive virtual and hybrid environment. It's worth pointing out here when we think about Microsoft and what Shure does is that audio is no longer just our voices being shared. Audio is now becoming data. And actually, it's much more than the voice. We're creating audio data. The quality of that data matters. And of course, someone like Microsoft is at the heart of processing that data and doing more things with it. So that synergy between what Shure does and the tools that we create around audio, which ultimately drives data, and those AI-driven, I guess the vision Microsoft has and that AI-driven ecosystem work seamlessly together. So we're really ensuring, world-class audio, adapting intuitively to any setting, allowing better engagement and confidence in all interactions. And I think with Microsoft's AI capabilities, our expertise in audio innovation, businesses can look forward to an enriched user experience that really supports productive teamwork and rapid decision-making.
Excellent. So obviously there's a lot of benefits already on offer for users, but I was wondering how does Shure integrating these, or how does Shure's collaboration with Microsoft help with the long-term solutions that are going to be coming to the market, and how does it enable a more productive and connected workforce?
Yeah, I think that's actually one of the key long-term benefits of us collaborating with platforms like Microsoft, and that's that in creating. I mean, the benefit lies in creating that future-proof ecosystem, one that's scalable as well. But we have to address those dynamic workplace needs. We know the workplace is changing. We know there's different work habits emerging. But I think by tightly integrating our high-precision technology with Microsoft's productivity tools, we're allowing businesses to access communication systems that are easy to deploy, manage, and scale globally. I think to your point about, how does that suit the long term? I think it's imperative that both us and partners like Microsoft understand each other's long-term goals and make sure that our roadmaps for product and technology are aligned. And that's really what will benefit users in the long term, is knowing that we're aligned in that to make sure that people are not investing for something today, but that in fact we have a very, very long-term view of how we evolve together.
And speaking of evolving, hybrid work has now fully evolved into something that we're seeing all across the world. I was wondering how the Shure technologies within this Microsoft ecosystem support these models and enable better user experiences for people engaging in hybrid work.
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. Hybrid is the thing. I'm looking forward to the point when we stop talking about hybrid and just meetings become meetings and we actually don't even think about technology. I think that's the long-term view from my perspective, is that they will get there. But ultimately today, the hybrid work models are demanding that those tools that are in use bridge the gap between in-office and remote participants. And it's that goal of making sure that everyone is equally represented in discussions no matter where they are. That's the crucial first part. So I think integration of what we do within Microsoft ecosystem achieves just that. Our IntelliMix DSP again provides for crystal clear speech, automatic microphone adjustments across different rooms, and that helps to create that consistent, high quality experience. I think native integration with Teams is important, and other platforms too. But utilizing those AI-powered insights that come from that, and that comes back to the audio data, enhances usability and actually drives better collaboration outcomes. Whether it's a boardroom, a small meeting space, but it's that working to ensure that integration across technology platforms and technology devices just ensures that every participant is fully engaged, that their voices is heard, and that a hybrid work experience is just a working experience, and it's a consistent one.
Excellent. And now, kind of looking for the future, if collaboration is beginning to be seen as a strategic differentiator, from your perspective, what role does innovation in the conferencing solutions that companies procure play in enabling them to achieve this?
Yeah, I think innovation is the cornerstone of transforming collaboration into a strategic differentiator. We've witnessed revolutionary advances very fast, actually, in conferencing solutions such as the AI-enhanced audio clarity, real-time translation. That's definitely a thing. Immersive video capabilities, those are coming through as well. I mean, those are reshaping how we collaborate and making sure that every participant's fully engaged and contributing meaningfully, regardless of location and technical expertise. However, I think as we move forward, there's a couple of things that really spring to mind, and that's today, if most of our meetings are like this across a screen, there's no reason to head to an office. It's easy for us to collaborate this way. But we also know through our own experiences and instinctively that when we do come together as people in person, those are massively powerful interactions. And I think where we're going in terms of strategic differentiation is making sure that the benefits of meetings like this, which are so easily transcribed, where speaker attribution is so natural and easy, is that all the tools that come from collaborating like this through a digital platform take place in the real world as well. And that seamless integration between how we meet, where we meet, when we meet, is completely consistent however we choose to do that. When we meet in person, we get all of those benefits, but also all of the benefits of that personal interaction, the corridor discussions, the side chats, the inspired thoughts that come from being in a room together, and actually how we capture that in the meeting space and the collaboration space and the process things like that. That's where I think the future is going. But it requires the tools available today to continue to evolve, our partnerships to continue to work well. And I think that the future looks really exciting, but let's say making collaboration effective, however we choose to meet and wherever we choose to meet is I think is one of the most critical things of all.
And with thinking about the future, Shure's partnership with Microsoft, how do you think this collaboration helps shape the future of conferencing to deliver better user experiences?
Yeah, I mean, partnerships are pivotal in the UC space. They're bringing together complementary strengths and innovations from both parties, and they enhance our ability to meet user needs effectively. Collaborations such as ours with Microsoft and Zoom really do exemplify how strategic alliances can produce cutting-edge solutions that really exceed the sum of their parts. I think integrating what we do with our audio technology with Microsoft's robust digital platforms, we're achieving new levels of user experience that feature seamless integration, unparalleled sound quality, intuitive operational ease. On top of that, we're seeing these AI-driven tools drive more rapid business outcomes. This annotation, speaker attribution, note keeping, the action development. And those tools are only going to get better over time. We're all familiar with the idea that AI is moving so fast that something new is coming. So I think today we're looking at accurately capturing meeting content in terms of speech and collaboration voice. But actually reading more into that data will happen over time. And I think I'm looking forward to a really exciting time where, the quality of meeting content gets processed for even better business outcomes. So I think, partnerships is important to understand, where different partners and their skills are going and keeping those roadmaps aligned and that vision aligned so that, users can continue to leverage the best of each of those brands and each of their strengths in their solutions.
Excellent. I think that's a great place to leave it. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me, Peter.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, on our side too. And thank you to the audience for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe so you can hear more great videos like this when they come out. So thanks for watching. This is Kristian from UC Today, and we'll see you next time.